this like dilapidated temple of Grotus, and you guys had to stop its guardian, the ghostly cleric of Grotus, from preventing you from getting to this point, which unfortunately took Vander's life, at least temporarily. And you stand before this ancient thing called the Doomsday Door, and you're kind of moving over to Inspector, like Shazra, Goncool, and Laszlo. Kind of everybody else is kind of standing back. It looks like, but as they do, there there comes like this loud, like slowly building noise. It sounds kind of like whispering, incomprehensible whispering. Um, and so the first thing I need everyone to do is roll will save and also roll initiative. Except let me hit active encounter, turn that on. All right, so yeah, everybody roll initiative and also a will save.
Oh, I guess this is a good time to see if my bonus is applying. It should automatically do it, I think.
Oh, looks like Grim's going to be here in 5 minutes, so we're still going to start though. I'm just going to have him fail to save basically until it gets here.
Damn.
Don't mind me, Pluto. Plus 13 will save.
It's pretty good. This is a mind affecting effect for anybody that.
Ooh, don't I have an immediate action? I think I had to do that before I rolled, though.
Ah, that's right. I don't actually have this open, and I should probably open this stat block in Hero Lab in case I need it. That way, I don't have. Well, I can pop this sheet out too. That has the stat block. Perfect. We'll just do that.
Yeah, okay. My thing's an immediate action. I didn't do it. Oh well.
Did it roll my... No. Did it not roll my initiative?
Don't look like it did.
Weird. I opened up the initiative thing and it put me on the tracker. But, like, I guess it's just waiting for a roll or something. That's crazy. I didn't know it did that. Yeah.
Matt, you there?
Fuck,
Yeah,
I
I
just
was looking
banged
for
my knee on my
something.
desk. God damn it. Oh, that hurt.
Let's see. I need to apply iron.
Does this fix my health automatically? I think so. Looks like it.
I think it automatically. So will save.
Will save and initiative.
That's a 1.
You rolled a 1 on your will save? Uh
Oh
oh. Okay.
no.
Well, good news is that nothing really bad happens.
If he
Everyone,
uses your new character, can come in a minute with Ron's new character.
Ron's playing the same character.
Okay.
So those of you that failed the save, which it looks like is only, I think might only be, well, also Razok because he's not here. He rolled a 1 as well until he gets here. You are fascinated
Oh.
by the ever growing volume of this, the whispering. But I think everyone else, I think, made the save. It's actually fairly close, but yeah, everyone else made the save. All right, and then the other thing is merging from the walls over here are these incorporeal looking creatures. What's the little blurb say for them? So it looks like a malignant cloud of shadows boiling in the air, with a skeletal maw eerily babbling,
Oh
claws
no.
manifesting from the darkness. So the first that was kind of the surprise round. You weren't able to notice them because they were in the wall. Um, so this one is going to fly over towards Efoot and is going to attempt to touch Efoot.
Oh, that's not going to be hard.
It rolls a 1 though, so you're
Oh,
fine.
okay. That's on him. Or
All
it,
right.
I guess.
Efoot. Oh, oops, I forgot to begin combat.
Oh.
Efoot, you're up immediately after that.
Dang. Okay. So is there like a noise I hear, like a sound that's causing people to be
Yep,
fascinated?
there is a noise, a babbling coming from this one over here.
I wonder if that's something I can counter song. Do they get a new role? If a creature's under the effects, is it considered a magical attack? I guess I may not know.
It's supernatural.
Oh, yeah, probably not. Probably not.
But I believe supernatural stuff is still magic. It's not spell-like, but it is magic. Like, it does actually get shut off by, like, an anti-magic field. I think extraordinary stuff doesn't, but supernatural does. So I believe countersong would function. I don't know if it does specifically because it people are already affected by it, but maybe it would
Yeah,
work.
it says they get a new save if I
Oh, they get a new save? Yeah.
But they have to
Then
use my check.
Okay. I think you could do that then.
Yeah. Did you say a couple of my allies look?
Yeah, the NPCs, Shazra and Razok.
Where's my performance on the other tab?
I actually didn't roll Razok's initiative for him. I might as well do that. No. So he would have actually went. Well, he could go after you anyway. You just have or he would go before you, but he was fascinated, so he didn't do anything. Looks like he just logged into Foundry though, so he'll probably be here any minute. So if you break it, then yeah, that'll be perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a counter song.
Okay. So
now, I guess this is like, yeah, I'll make a roll, but if I can start performances with a move action, does that mean I can do this also as a move action? Because it doesn't.
I believe so. It is a type of bardic performance.
Yeah, so that means I can probably.
So yeah, you can do that as a move action.
Okay. All right. So I will roll my skill perform check.
Yep. That's a very good roll.
Yes,
yep. Everyone is now broken out of the fascination effect because counter song.
I'm shouting louder than they are. Okay. So that's my move action, and for a spell, I think Shazra is kind of a ways away. Wait, how do I draw this? There we go. Yeah. Okay. Maybe not a haste. Good Hope is medium range. I'll just cast Good Hope. I don't have a buff for it yet. I think everybody's gonna need to make a buff.
Haste though, where it have to be within 30 feet of each other.
No, it says medium. Oh,
yeah, it's just like haste there.
Oh,
medium. One living. The targets, it says one living creature per level, no two, which must be more than 30 feet apart.
Dang.
Give you a 5-foot step like towards him, you could get it on the two of you at least.
Yeah, I don't really know who's more important to have this on, Razok and the bunny or Shazra.
What are you casting?
Just gonna cast Good Hope, but
Good Hope, yeah.
What does that do? I don't know.
It's like heroism. It's an AoE heroism, except that it also gives you bonus to damage rolls as well.
Oh, okay.
Also, yeah, I probably want to 5-foot step away from this thing.
Okay. Needs to check if this guy's got step up.
Yeah,
She
I
does
guess we'll
not.
find out.
He does
No,
not
I'll
follow you.
just. I guess Shazra won't get this, but isn't this guy our friend though?
Yeah, that's Shazra's uncle. He's within 30 feet.
Yeah, I think he's. No, he's not.
Not within 30 feet of Billy.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't
He
look like
usually doesn't
he's.
fight anyway.
Okay, yeah. All right, then yeah, just Razok and Billy are gonna get Good Hope for now.
Okay. Plus yourself, of course.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make a buff. I'm sure there probably already is a buff. There is. There's a Good Hope buff. Wait, I have to pop my sheet back in just to put it on my sheet. Oh my god, this is annoying.
Yeah, but you should be able to drag the spell over to buffs and have it apply. I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Okay.
All right, so I think Grim just joined us too, so you may do that. I just said you failed your save and were fascinated to start the
Okay.
combat. But good news is Aoife just did counter song and broke it. So
Nice.
as soon as your turn rolls back around, you'll be good to go.
Sweet. Yeah, I kind of fell asleep when I got home after work.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, you did what I did.
Yep.
Could have very easily been me. I did not set an alarm. I just was like, "There's no way I'm gonna sleep more than 3 hours."
Yeah.
And I slept like 3 hours. So I
Yeah.
woke up like 15 minutes before the game.
Yeah, I was in the sun all day and ate, and then I just like, I got like 3 hours exactly. Same thing. I was like, that should be good.
All right, this one's gonna move over and try to attack Goncool. And he does actually hit Goncool. But it looks like it looks like he's fine. Hard to tell. Billy, you have one of these next to you.
That's scary.
And remember, this hallway is open. It's accessible, so if you want to, you can back up into the hallway.
Yes. Okay. I will do that. I will 5-foot step back. And then what do I want to do? I think I'm just gonna mirror image.
Okay.
So if I hit the bouton, it should roll.
And don't forget, you also do have Good Hope on you as well.
Yeah, I have to find the buff for that.
All right, Shazra, you are not fascinated because of
7 images.
Efoot's counter song, so you may take your turn.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so these creatures, they look ghostly and incorporeal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll spend 2 arcane points from my pool so that I can add ghost
Yep.
touch to my properties and put it all on my sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna, let's see. I guess I can 5-foot step here,
Yep.
and I'm gonna start attacking.
Okay.
I'll probably leave some spell combat in this, but I'll just start with the attacks first.
Okay. Let's make sure you're taking that -2 then.
Yeah. So yeah, my total bonus on this weapon right now is it's effectively a +4 weapon with ghost touch and keen on it.
Mhm.
Okay, attack 1, attack 2. I think that's correct. I have a +6 bonus. Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Full attack.
The 24 hits and does full damage because it has Ghost Touch.
I will let's see, Arcane Strike or the Arcane Mark to get
To get a
that
third
third
attack.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah. I auto succeed the concentration on that. So I'll just go ahead and make the attack.
Okay, that also hits.
All right, that is my turn.
All right. This one is going to move into a flank. And let's see here. It is going to. Does a 20 hit your touch AC? Keeping in mind that mage armor applies here.
It does not.
Okay, he misses then.
My touch AC is 17 plus the +4 from the mage armor's 21.
All right. That was this
That was
guy's
a good
turn.
try.
It's a pretty good try, yeah.
I was actually looking at a spell for this level. That it was like an immediate action second or first level spell that lets me parry something, but it's like you have to use the spell before the roll is declared. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird with our online client. We usually just like roll everything first.
Yeah, there's a few things like that that are awkward, and then it's like if you have it, you basically have to change how you do your rolls, basically. Like you have to like some of the stuff for crit confirmation is like that too.
Yeah, I wish I could take critical. What was it? The critical bonus one.
All right, this Alep is going to it's going to attack Razok. Does a 21 hit your touch AC?
Let me see. Touch. Yeah, it does.
Okay. So I need you to make a will save.
Right. Ooh,
Okay. You are going to take some wisdom damage.
all right.
Specifically, 1 wisdom damage.
All right.
But that's it. So at least nothing bad's really happened yet, because 1 wisdom damage doesn't do anything unless you already had wisdom damage.
Yeah.
And it's your turn now.
All right. So where I'm standing is a door, right?
Yep,
Or
it's open.
okay. I
And
think
then if you
he's just gonna 5 foot back and then full round it.
it actually is kind of like these are just kind of stairs, not depicted like that on the map. They're not like
Yeah,
steep stairs or anything. They're pretty shallow, but they go up to a
yeah.
platform
Okay.
and circle back around to the upper level.
Yeah.
They're just enough to stop you.
No, they're not enough to stop
Mhm.
you. You can 5 foot step up them.
All right.
That would be like that
Mhm.
particular kind of GM thing
Yeah.
where it's like the player's like, well, I can move, right? It's like, no, they're just steep enough to stop you from doing that
Like
5 foot step.
Do you know the rings? When GM really wants the hobbits to go to Weathertop. He's like, you're too tired. You have to stop at Weathertop. And like, why don't we just camp down here at the bottom
Yeah,
of it?
yeah.
No, you're the specific level of tired where you want to go up to Weathertop, but you're but you're too
Yeah.
tired to go any further.
Yep. I went full round it.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay. Oh, did you do your level up already? Level 9?
no.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, we can work with this anyway then.
Yep.
So the 32 obviously hits. And then this is spell magic?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But it's magic.
But not, yeah, it's not like ghost
Mm,
ghost touch or anything like that. Okay.
no.
So half damage. The good align damage is that's like is that like positive energy or something like that, or
That's his ability. His
okay, but that's actually
one of
that's
his
just the same
lessons.
as the weapons damage type probably. So that's also
Yeah.
half, right? Okay, but that does apply
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
These are in fact evil creatures. And then the 16 misses though. Okay. All right, Efoot.
Are they still making that noise?
They are, although you do know that fascinating people that you are directly
Oh,
attacking
that's
doesn't
true.
really work very well.
That's true. Okay. Then I will stop that performance and start a new performance.
Okay.
And I will inspire courage.
Yay. The good stuff.
And
Does it go up at 9?
yeah. Well, oh gosh, I actually don't know. Let me look.
I just set the
Mm,
buff level to 9 on my sheet and let it figure it out.
yeah, I don't know if it does though.
Let's
Inspire
see.
courage. 5th level and
Every 6 levels after
Okay,
that.
so it's
yeah,
11.
no.
So it's
Yeah.
11 is
Okay,
the
so
next
we're still at
replacement.
+2. It's +2 is
Mhm.
still pretty good.
Okay. Ooh, Shazra's getting
+2.
flanked.
Maybe you should use inspired greatness instead. I'm just kidding. Actually doesn't help very much here.
No, I don't think so. I fireball Shazra. No.
You could do that. I don't care. I have resistance to fire. I'm a
Um.
tiefling.
Yeah. Or I could get closer and haste
Oh yeah,
you.
I guess I did put them on the tracker, but they would have done withdrawal actions to get out of there. Our non-combatant NPC friends. If he wasn't fighting incorporeal, he could have actually basically hasted himself. Or at least given his
Mm,
weapon the speed property. I think that's an option for Arcane Pool at least.
Um. I'm thinking maybe I'll just good hope Shazra. And then maybe haste. Let me see. Saving throws, attack throws. It doesn't help his AC, but haste helps the AC. This haste AC dodge bonus works against
Dodge bonus stacks
incorporeal
with
things?
everything. Yeah, it does work for incorporeal.
Yep, it sure
Okay.
does.
Then yeah, I think I'm gonna haste.
Doesn't work when you're flat-footed, but yeah, it works
Yeah.
works for his touch.
Okay, let me click on this so it spends the spell. Insufficient charges, my ass. The fuck?
Yeah, how rude.
I think I clicked on something that I wasn't supposed to. Oh! Well, that's stupid. It's giving me one of those.
It's weird that it does it for that, but it didn't do it for Good Hope.
Right.
So if you want to get rid of that, just go to pointers
Pointers.
or measurement tools,
Measure tool.
and then you should be able to select it and delete it.
Like with the delete key? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Shazra, you are now hasted. I guess
Thank
I am
you.
as well.
Yep, you get haste on yourself as well.
Yeah. Make sure you
Delicious
update that to
haste.
level 9. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
I did. Go.
Okay.
So,
And this thing, it's going to use its flank. Does a 24 hit on Shazra?
Was it 24?
Yep.
Yes, that does hit.
Okay, I need you to make a will save. Okay. You suffer no effects. It touches you, and you feel this like madness kind of creeping your mind, but you're able to resist it and shake it off, and nothing happens.
Okay.
No ill effects. Billy.
I am going to, on this close one, cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
Let's see, Bhutan.
All right. It's force damage, so it all goes through.
Yeah.
How much total damage is that? 4, 6, 8, and then 16. Okay.
And maybe I'll take a few steps back because I'm scared.
All right.
Scared
Shazra.
button.
Let's make some full attacks, especially now that I'm hasted.
Okay.
Let's we'll do call it. We'll do some spell combat in here, but we'll save it for the end here.
All right.
So here comes 3 attacks at -2. And if I'm gonna continue attacking the one I was attacking before, the one on the right of me, but if it goes down, I'll just throw any other successful attacks at the other one.
All right. You got it.
Oh, there's a potential crit in there.
2 potential crits, although one of them rolled a 1 on the
1,
confirmation.
yeah.
And since you have Ghost Touch, you actually can crit them.
I can crit them, yep. They better watch out.
Okay. Yeah, the crit is enough to take this one out.
All right. I'll carry the next successful attack into the other one.
Okay. Yeah, and then the haste attack also hits. The
Okay.
other one.
Then I'll spell combat and arcane mark for a 4th attack.
Okay.
Other one. I auto succeed on the concentration, so here comes the attack at -2.
That'll hit. All right,
All right,
it's still
my
up.
turn.
It is going to try to attack you back. But it misses with a 13.
Yep.
This other one, it's going to continue going after Razok. 24 to hit Razok, so I'll need you to do another will save. Oof.
Uh-oh.
All right, this time you take 4 wisdom damage.
Ouch.
Fortunately, it's just
Ow.
damage, not drain, so I won't turn off any of your spell casting or anything like that, but we'll lower your saves against further effects from this.
If you want me to put you in a bubble, let me know.
And then it is your
Well,
turn
you could
now.
put it in a bubble.
Yeah, but then it has to fail the save.
Just make sure your saves are high enough that it can't make it. That was my strategy when I played
Right.
Arcanist. Here you go. Here's a DC
I'm
28 spell. Good
not
luck.
an Arcanist.
Yeah, raising your DCs requires a lot of investment.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the things I do like about 5e is that you don't have to like waste like character resources into
Is
raise.
Grim muted or something? Because I haven't heard him.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
talking to someone.
Okay, no,
But
that's fine.
no,
So
I
he was
You're
I
he
was
was
getting
paying
muted on
hidden.
attention.
purpose.
Yeah, you're getting hidden
Yeah, I
things, and I
was,
was like, he's not saying anything.
no, I was
I saw your little
yeah,
mouse cursor bubble moving around, so I was like, I know he's
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Okay.
I was paying attention. I was just someone was
Yeah,
talking to
yeah,
me.
sure. Well, I knew you were paying attention.
all right, so,
That's he 5-step back and full round.
all right, so that first shot, the many shot, takes this guy out. Do you want to direct that last shot over at the next one over here?
Yeah,
It looks like you have a line
yeah,
on him. And then the
yeah.
29 will hit as well.
Nice.
Pluto, we didn't rest before this combat, did we?
No.
Okay, because I'd used like all my magic missiles besides that last one I just used. I didn't realize it was my last first level spell till now. So that's nice.
Gotcha. All right, E-Foot. There's only one of these up.
Well, that's good news. I will continue my performance. And hmm. Gosh, I can't really do anything about incorporeal things, honestly.
I mean, I think you've already done a lot anyway.
I mean, that's fair, but just
You're
bog things.
indirectly killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just make sure that I can act freely.
You've probably done like I don't know, good like 10 or 15 damage just off of Good Hope, giving a flat damage buff to Razok.
Yeah.
You also made sure that I had an unwasted turn, taking
That's
the Fascinate off me.
true.
Yeah, so everything that Chazra did in that first turn was like partially your damage as well.
Um. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna continue my performance.
Okay. Billy.
Okay, that one's pretty far away. Because I need to back up so much. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'll move up next to E-Foot. And I'm going to measure to make sure. Oh, that is not the measurement we're looking for. How do I get rid of this thing? Right click.
If you go to measurement controls, you can delete it. Just have it selected and hit delete, like on your keyboard.
Oh, there we go. I did that before and it didn't do anything. Okay. Where's my actual ruler? Am I dumb?
There's one on
Oh, here. It's not
token
on measurement.
controls that says
Yeah, it's
measure
not on
distance.
measurement. Yeah. Okay. I am in range. Okay.
I mean, if you really wanted, you could do it in measurement controls with ray template, and that kind of does it. It looks weird, but
Is this thing a spooky spirit?
it's incorporeal. Nobody
All
rolled a
right.
knowledge check on it, so
I'm gonna purge spirit on it.
I guess
First
no
time
one
using
felt
this
like
thing.
knowledge religioning it.
Yeah, they seem not important.
Maybe it's because it
It's
says
fine.
"al" up in the chat log or whatever. It's people
No,
just-
it looks like a ghost, so that's why I turned on Ghost Blade.
yeah.
Turns out using the spell doesn't have anything built in, I guess. Or I
Okay.
guess maybe there isn't anything built
So
in. Oh, no,
I
there is.
need
D6 per caster level.
to roll a will save.
It's
Okay, it failed the will save.
well, it says incorporeal creatures take full damage from purge spirit, whatever that means. Oh, that it's not halved.
It's
Okay.
not halved. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
specifically meant to hit ghosts.
Then roll
Roll
96.
10d6 or 96. All right, you purge the spirit.
Yep.
Nice.
It's staggered for 1 round too.
Yeah. Oh,
Cool. I got to use the new spell. I should have done it last time. Maybe I just was like, this thing doesn't seem that spooky.
oh, I can't auto assign it to Vander because he's not on wasn't in the combat tracker for this fight. So Ron, if you're there still, go ahead and give yourself 2,400 experience.
Mhm.
Okay. Once the babbling has been silenced, and a moment later, after everything seems calm again, Laszlo and Gonquil come back and kind of brush themselves off. Say, "I hope there's no more of that."
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of okay if more of them show up. That was easy.
Oh, shush up. And I'm gonna use some wand charges on
Look how
Shazra.
quickly my fighting techniques have adapted to strike down incorporeal creatures.
And Gonquil's gonna kind of start investigating this.
I say to Eisenroll, I wish we could go back and fight what's his face now that we hit incorporeal thing.
Shazra
Aradel?
heal
Aerodel will stand no chance against us.
for 5 and 2.
5 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the best healing you can do?
Oh, it's a wand.
I'll shake it harder. Another 5.
All right, that's acceptable.
Wow. You're getting healed. Is this the best you can do?
That's the kind of relationship that
Uh,
Shazra and Efoot have.
Well,
Yeah.
Zaduri, do you know who says that? You should.
Huh?
Do you know who says that?
Who?
That's a quote. Is this
I-
the best healing you can do?
I don't know it.
You don't know.
I don't know it either.
Well, you don't know it, Pluto, but Zerdurium should. He plays the game. Maybe
Is
he
that
just hasn't played
Heroes
with
of
this
the
character
Storm?
much.
I probably haven't
Yes,
played that character.
but you've played
Who
with
is it?
them, I'm sure. It's Alarak. It's one of the things that he'll say if you heal him. He says, "Is this the best healing you could do?"
He's very uncommon. You play him a lot, but
I play
otherwise
him a
he's
lot.
very uncommon.
Awesome. I've had much better healers.
Okay.
That's why I have him as a whatchamacallit, as an announcer, the Alaric announcer, because he just all he does is insult you when you put him as the announcer.
That sounds nice.
It's pretty great. There's a line where he just says, like, when you die, he says, "You're not very good at this, are you?"
All right, so Laszlo and Gonku are going to investigate they're currently looking at the Doomsday Door and at the moment. Anything you guys would like to do in particular?
Is there a check I can do to also look at it and inspect it for tampering?
I don't know. I'll ask Eisenroll if they ever remember doing anything about with these Doomsday Doors, since Pedriarch's so interested in them.
Eisenroll says he doesn't remember anything about something like this specifically, but can't remember.
Mm,
Did you guys somebody had already talked about like what I think somebody had already talked about like them being tied to like Grotus, right?
Yeah.
The realm of
Probably.
Grotus. So he does mention that he just say, well, part of our research did involve finding out um how to survive within a god's realm when a god doesn't want you there. There was always a problem where if you're within a god's realm, they can expel you basically at will.
I suppose that would be a problem for someone who wants to
uh,
kill all the gods.
Yes, but in theory, if the weapons we were researching were perfected, they would prevent that from happening.
They would prevent the wielder from being expelled.
Hmm.
What about reversing the spell onto the god to expel them out the portal? Is that possible?
That would seem like a monumentally
Because if
Well,
I
futile
was
endeavor.
gonna kill gods, they're so much stronger on their
is
plane.
Billy telepathically eavesdropping on this conversation happening with Shazra and his sword?
Oh, is this the sword? I thought he was talking to.
No, no, he's talking to his sword.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Okay,
sword.
okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Although that is a telepathic,
I thought he was talking to like
it is a
the dude.
telepathic conversation there probably. So if anybody would overhear it, it would be the telepathic rabbit.
Maybe I do overhear it, but I don't say anything because I want them to know hear it.
And yeah, so if you'd like, you may do like a knowledge arcana on this or
yeah,
a
that's what I was gonna try.
Sure.
My bardic knowledge is limited, but I
Can I take 20 on it if I take 20 minutes here inspecting it? Are we gonna be here a while?
sure.
I
eh,
would like to do that.
We do
So I
have
take
to
20 and
get
get a
back to
40.
the place to bring Vander back from the dead.
Hmm.
Yeah, but 20 minutes is not necessarily 20 minutes out of character.
Yeah. Well, and also, so you guys do that. So yeah, you determine that this does indeed work as a like a gate that leads to another realm. You do think it seems like it probably leads to something close to the astral plane, which would make
Eh.
sense with it being tied to Grotus, because Grotus is basically that giant moon that hangs in the astral plane. It does seem like in order to activate it, it's supposed to use a key of some sort. Um, you don't see any key currently around here, but it might be hidden or something.
No Rick Moranis is hanging around.
Yeah, or perhaps Pedriarch stole it or something. Although the ghost seemed to imply that he hadn't taken anything, so
I mean, oh yeah, that ghost.
yeah. Um,
Is it like a physical key or like a metaphysical key we're talking about?
a little bit of both. Like there is a physical component to it, but um, it does seem like it is the key that it seems like there's a magical component to the process to open it as well. Um, That said, if a very, very skilled locksmith with enough ranks in disable device probably could
Oh,
open
Nizzo.
this without a without using a key. But yeah, it'd be very difficult though. Very high DC.
Who's the locksmith? Nizzo or someone?
Yeah, Nis that was my
That's who we need
locksmith
to go
character
find.
from Rise of the Rune Lords. I guess he was in the last the precursor to this campaign as an NPC.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We need to bring Nizzo in as a featured, character.
We're gonna go ask our level 17 rogue NPC to come open this door.
I
Well,
mean, as
maybe.
far as
I
like
don't know if we
calling
want to open it.
in
I was thinking
higher
maybe more
level,
disable it.
yeah, as far as calling in higher level PC characters to solve some sort of problem, Nizzo would probably be like least like game warping.
Oh yeah.
I would ask for Amarcia.
He's
She's
just
Oh, yeah, you know-
she's more game in setting warping than Nizzo is.
yeah.
He's just
Philippe
really good
actually
at
would be
unlocking locks.
very Philippe's really good at being an NPC too
Oh
because
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got the
Philippe,
knowledge
Philippe,
pot.
Nizzo was a lot like Philippe in that sense.
I would argue
He's a
though that
little better
Philippe
at combat, but
does more though than Nizzo, because Philippe can solve mysteries.
Sure.
hey, I'll have you
Nizzo
know,
just opens
Nizzo can
locks.
solve
I'll have
Nizzo
you
can
know that
close
Nizzo-
doors,
He
okay?
just opens and closes doors.
Nizzo read an entire book about inspiring leadership quotes, and
It's
it gave
true.
him a
He
boost
did.
to his charisma. So he also can be like a leader of men. He could be a king. Also, he had some like decent combat stuff. Like he had the dispelling sneak attack thing, so he could dispel magic every time he did a sneak attack.
Oh right, I was talking more of like not like combat focus.
Oh yeah, yeah. In terms of like non-combat, his
Like
main
solving a
contribution
non-combat problem.
was opening locks, and then I guess he also had really good UMD. So
Like Nizzo is on the far left of like the Henderson scale of like possible
Mhm.
plot derailment, where like he wouldn't affect the plot very
Yeah,
much. And then a character like Amarcia and Henrik are like all the way on the right of like they would
yeah,
absolutely derail the plot if they got involved because they're
Yeah.
basically wizards.
Well,
Yeah.
Amarcia's a genie.
yeah, exactly.
same thing. If he brought whiz pops in, same thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, the wizard effect.
If you bring in a super high level cleric,
Same
probably
thing. Yeah.
probably pretty similar.
Most of the same thing, but you can do things with clerics where it's like your god wouldn't probably want you to do that, so
Yeah.
there's restrictions on them. Wizards is just like I do whatever I want.
All right, so Laszlo's going to. He says, I want to use a ritual to see what Pedriarch was doing here.
I think that's a great idea.
That is
Okay.
a wonderful idea.
If you need any help, I'll help you in
So
any way I
for-
can, or defend you.
For clarity, Pluto, we didn't find any tampering, at least when we look at it here.
Nothing that you can see. It looks like it's been opened before, though, but at least like partially opened. But yeah, as far as you can tell, like now it's safely closed at the moment.
Okay, so that's why we need the ritual to see. if
It
there's-
does seem like there's a very small amount of energy seeping out, perhaps, and then if you spent like a very long time next to it, that you could
radiation poisoning.
it could drive you mad, basically. Like
Oh,
there's this kind of like almost like a much lesser version of what you were hearing from the Alps actually coming from the gate itself. Um, and in fact, you think that there's a chance that that might add something to do with how the Alps got there in the first place. I guess technically nobody rolled the check to know that they were Alps, but
what's the
whatever.
knowledge?
It would have been knowledge
These
religion.
weird creatures.
Yeah, it was a knowledge
Pluto,
religion.
I know that they're Aleps. I'm just gonna say that before I roll.
Yeah, you would have known
Okay.
they're Alps. Um,
Their touch carried a maddening component.
Yeah,
It was
you
easy.
probably would be able to
ignore.
piece together actually with your checks that probably because Billy probably remembers it better than Zedurium, that the ghost mentioned having other people try to come in and be like
Oh, be like it's the
be the
guardian
new
and
the
like
new like head of the church, and that's why she's still there because all of them have been unable to like stay sane basically. Like they go down here and they commune with this near this gate, and then they go crazy and die and turn into an owl.
That's
That's
right.
basically what
okay.
that's basically what's happened to everyone else that's tried to take over this church. So there is a little bit of concern there about if Laszlo is doing this ritual about, you know, can go mad, hangs out near it, too close to it. So
Uh,
maybe you would think to like, but he's not just a. You could perhaps suggest that maybe he doesn't need to do the ritual right next to the like, he could just do it close to the center of the room.
yeah,
He's
I
basically
mean,
doing
I'll ask him.
that retrocognition ritual that he did, at the beginning of the campaign by the volcano.
Mm,
I will tell him my, you know, my worries about the Doomsday Door of how it made the previous people mad and turned them into olives and be like,
After considering
"Hey,
it,
do you have to be that close?"
he'll 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 decide, yeah, perhaps we should do it over on this side of the room. Goncool says he is going to, in the meantime, um, he's going to go to Sothis and bring Vander's body to be resurrected, and asks if anybody wants to join him for that. 'Cause he can.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Or well, actually, no. My uncle's gonna be doing the ritual here, huh?
Yes, we're
I
splitting the
will help
party
my uncle in the
equally.
ritual.
So I mean, if everyone wants to help with the ritual,
I do want to
I
see Vander
Goncool will go by himself.
resurrected,
I think I'm
but
more useful here.
you will have to give him my regards.
Well, okay. How confident is he with the ritual? Does he think he needs our help?
Um,
I'm gonna stay to learn.
he thinks if he has just like he thinks that if Shaw's helping him, he'll be fine. But
I'll go. I'll go with is
with
it
Goncool,
Laszlo or Goncool that's going?
Laszlo's
Goncool.
doing the ritual. Goncool's
Okay, I'll
going
go
back.
with. I get them mixed up. Which one's which? I'll go with
No worries.
Goncool.
Okay, so Billy's going. Anybody else?
I love
Not
splitting
it.
the party.
Okay, so it sounds like just Billy's going.
Just the rabbit.
Goncool's like, "Gee, thanks, guys. This rabbit's really going to be a lot of help carrying this body."
If nothing else, it means you can go with him
I
when he
mean, you
goes
have
to talk
ant hole,
to
right?
the priests of
No, I
Saren, right?
don't have Ant Hall.
It also
Okay.
means somebody else will have been to Sothis if you guys ever need to teleport there in the future, right? Like
True.
with
Yeah.
yourself with a scroll or something.
I can summon a Mud Buddy. Don't worry, guys. Mud
There
Buddy
you
will
go.
help.
That could carry the body, right?
No.
I don't think it's strong enough.
Mud Buddy has a strength score of 5.
Oh,
You can drag the body.
slowly.
No,
I'm Billy. I'm
Goncool
helping.
will cast Ant Hole on himself and carry him himself.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do the trip to Sothis first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we get bronze back in the game.
This is why I wanted to go with Goncool, as I get some solo
So
Billy RP time.
Goncool
Alright.
and Billy end up in Sothis, which is a large city in Osirian that its most defining part of the skyline is the large shell of Ulanot, which was a spawn of Rovagug. It's a giant beetle, basically,
Yeah.
that's been hollowed out, and part of the city is actually like within, I think, like if I remember right. But you're specifically going to the Temple of Sarenrae, which has been recently allowed back into Osirian. And Goncool has been there before. In fact, because he went there, him and Laszlo are the ones that went there before to bring back Faradin. And so he leads you through the crowded city of Sothis.
He's
Um,
just carrying a body.
yes.
Radiator's body. Okay then.
I don't know. I feel like dead bodies aren't that unusual in Sothos.
Well, he teleports pretty close to the Temple of Sarenrae as well, so
I cast Aura of the Unremarkable on us, so hopefully people don't think we're too weird.
okay. It's a little more common to be bringing a dead body to a Temple of Sarenrae.
I'm Paranoid Billy. Paranoid Billy is back.
And so he goes in there and asks to speak with. He says he wants to speak with Faradin, and after a little bit of time, they manage to hook him up with him, and he's happy to see you guys again because you guys were the ones that rescued him from.
Mhm.
Um, and
That we did.
yeah, Gonquil said, "Well, what do you tell Faradin? Do you tell him anything? You just let Gonquil talk."
I will let Gonquil talk unless he,
Okay.
is
Well,
what.
Gonquil will tell him then that this man died fighting a ghost, a um, of a temple of Grotus, and we were hoping. You said that you wanted to repay us with a favor someday, and we're hoping that you guys can help with that. With this, bringing him back,
Mhm.
someone who's been taken before his time,
Yep. Time to do favor.
and Faradin happily agrees to do so. Um, so he will spend using his own resources too. It's not going to cost anything
Oh
to
wow!
revive Vander.
I didn't
So
think about that when I went here that I'd have to pay.
yeah, Gonko looks to Billy expectantly. Oh, well, I need you to
Yep.
pay for the diamond.
Saddle him with the bill.
That's
That'd
why
be
none of
messed
us
up.
went. Ha ha ha.
No, so yeah, Ron, if you're still here, you are
Yeah.
back alive. You're just in Sothis at the moment.
Okay.
Um, currently you'll have he does cast restoration for you as well, but you do still have one negative level that he cannot remove yet. So you're gonna have that for at least a week. Um, he's also going to give you a scroll of restoration. He says if you're not within the city, you'll have to get someone to cast this for you.
What do I put that? Okay, I see a negative level 1.
So he also says, "I'm glad that you're here as well because I've been asking about this cult that you talked about and the dragon Pedriarch.
Oh yeah.
And I actually talked to a Nethisian who has heard of him.
Oh, finally, somebody.
So would you be willing to come talk to this Nethisian and perhaps we can get access to it's apparently in an archive that they have within the temple.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm hoping that we can convince them to let us have access to at least the source about Pedriarch.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
It's in town here.
Yeah, it's here in Sothis.
Okay,
Did you say
great.
restoration or lesser restoration?
Regular restoration. Lesser restoration doesn't remove negative levels, so it has to be restoration. So yeah, level 4 spell. You have a
Lead the way.
scroll of it that after a week you'll have. I think Razok can cast it. It's on the War Priest spell list. I don't know if he's a high enough level to cast without doing a caster level check, um, but it is on his spell list. Okay.
I am not high enough. I'm only level 3 war priest.
Yeah, so you'd have to do a caster level check to do it, but it's probably easier for you to make the caster level check than it is for someone to make a UMD check.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, unless somebody's like really good at UMD. All right, so yeah, he takes you over towards the the Grand Temple of Nethys, which is it's one of the three biggest temples in Sothis. The Sarenrae is the Temple of the Eternal Sun, which is actually really it's one of the bigger temples because Osirian used to be ruled by Kadira. It's like the state religion there. But the temples of Pharasma and Nethys are also really big there. And yeah, he goes into like the kind of like a big part of the Temple of Nethys is like a huge library basically, and
Okay.
he kind of navigates towards there and through these books and everything. He says, "Yes, there's a scholar here that is he knows a lot about dragons.
Okay. What's his name?
His name is
Tim.
no, it's
Ted.
Vrax Unognix.
Oh,
He's a
not
gnome.
Ted. Oh, okay.
Rax. Oh, wonderful.
He was very excited actually when I mentioned it to him.
As most gnomes are. Very
Um,
well. We'll see if
yeah,
this gnome has useful information for us.
he has his own like section within here where he apparently also teaches classes about dragons.
Okay.
So he yeah, so he takes you into like this kind of like like kind of almost a university wing of the Temple of Nethys, um within the knowledge repository basically. And he has like a little office set up there that's very uh he knocks and you hear a voice like, "Oh, come in." And he comes in, says says, "Vrax, these are some of the people that rescued me that I talked about, that the ones that mentioned Pedriarch." He goes, "Oh, come in, come in. I'd love to talk about Pedriarch."
And it's just a fucking rabbit.
Yeah, he
Or
sees
is
it.
Gone Cool with him too?
No, Goncool and Vander are with him.
Mm.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay, good thing at least Vander's with him.
yeah, so he says, "Oh, tell me everything you know about this Pedriarch. I know that he's an ancient magma dragon, said to be over 10,000 years old. It wasn't even thought to be still alive until relatively recently.
Yeah,
I've
that
only known of maybe less than a dozen people that have even claimed to have seen him."
He knows more already than most people.
yeah, I think I saw him flying once from a long distance.
Well, we saw him in a dream too.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna mention a dream I had about him. Uh, and I think you're right. He is really old because he's something whatever that
I
auction
saw
thing
his wrinkle.
to get the
Yeah,
elixir to make you
that
live
fucker does
longer.
not moisturize
I'll
or
mention
exfoliate.
Oh, he kind of thinks, he's like, "Wow, that makes a lot of sense. Dragons live for a very long time, but normally 10,000 years is a little outrageous even for them. But if he's been going to Thuvia, then yeah, that does make sense."
Is that like Ulta, but for dragons and skincare?
Thuvia.
Yeah.
I'll have to know what else he knows about it because all I know is supposedly he was like part of some cult that wants to kill gods or something like that.
He's the leader,
Uh,
I think.
I
Have you
don't
heard anything about that?
I don't know anything about that, but maybe that makes sense. there's a whole tome all about him it's very old as well, but it's forbidden for access except by the highest priests of Nethys, and they haven't let me access it. I've tried to read everything there is about dragons, but there's some things they don't even let me read, unfortunately.
That's intriguing.
And that's why we should overthrow the government.
I
You're
look
like,
to
whoa, he moved very fast.
Goncool, like, is this something that, you know, how could we access such a tome? Do you have any ideas? Do you know anyone
Gonquil,
in the Church of Nethys?
Gonquil shakes his head and says, "I not really know." And
That's
Vrax says,
interesting.
"But if you said he's part of a cult and that he's still out there doing stuff, maybe we could convince them to let us look and say it's to stop his cult."
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Is it the
And
church here
then
in
while
town?
we have it, I could read all the other stuff about him too. I think
I
I
would be
think this
okay
is a
with that.
great plan. We should definitely go talk to them right now.
Are they in town here?
Are
Be right back.
is who in town here?
The church, Church of Nethys he's talking about with the book.
Oh yeah, we're in the Church of Nethys.
Oh, okay. So
This
it's in this
we're
church. Okay.
yes, this is the center of the Church of Nethys. Did you know that Nethys was an Osirian himself? At least legends say.
I'm gonna go with yes. I did know that with my 20 knowledge score.
Okay, yeah,
Unless you want me to roll for that,
no, you probably would know that.
I'll say yes. And do you know anything else about Patriarch? Because we heard he was kind of mingling in with some Grotus stuff.
Uh,
Gross.
I definitely don't know anything about that.
Okay. Do you know much about Grotus?
Um,
Evangelize him.
I
Tell him all
know
about this and
I
the end
know a
times.
little bit about Grotus. He's the god of the end times, and he hangs above the court of Pharasma, waiting for the final soul. Actually, isn't he supposed to judge Pharasma himself or something?
Yes. I'll say if I think that's the case, I'll say yes.
Uh, you think that's like not like part of that's true? He's not like supposed to judge the final soul, but he is waiting for the end times.
Okay. I'll just say yes anyways to keep the gnome happy. I'll agree with him.
But I don't know anything about Pedriarch. I mean, doesn't he dislike all the gods or something? You were saying. I don't know much
Yeah.
about him.
I
I
you
just know
know
he was an old magma dragon that was recently someone people a couple people have claimed that they've seen him.
You know what I think is if he wants to kill a bunch of gods, then being on Grotus's side probably isn't too bad. Maybe their goals are somewhat aligned.
Oh, maybe. Let's go see if we can convince them to let us access it.
Well, I don't have any proof of
uh,
any of this.
oh,
Perhaps it'd be better if I
mm,
came back with proof. Or
maybe, yeah.
more of my party members that can. I mean, I don't know. Vander here, he's seen it himself. Like, I don't know. Is just two of our words enough? You think, or should we? Maybe we need some Gonko. I mean, you
I
can
think
speak
it'll be
to it.
fine. Gonkel shakes his head. It's not going to be fine. I don't think they'll listen to us.
uh, why don't we get more convincing evidence before we bring it to them? I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, and Gonkel also says they're probably done with that ritual by now.
The snow was very trusting of people who
Yeah.
listen to reason.
Um,
Yeah.
I tell Vrax that we're gonna have to get back to our party and gather some evidence and proof of what we're saying is true, and then we'll come back and
Okay,
we'll have we'll display it with him. Like we'll show the
I'd
evidence.
love to see more evidence of Pedriarch myself, even if it doesn't let us access that book.
Do you have any skill in combat? Because perhaps you could see Patriarch. Just
Oh no,
you might get
I am
killed.
I'm not very good at fighting dragons. I'm just good at reading about them.
Yeah, despite my appearance, I'm also well, I can maybe hold my own in terms of not just dying, but I'm also kind of a scared bunny when it comes to fighting a dragon.
Well, I mean, I have to say, if I was a rabbit, I don't think I'd be able to talk to people telepathically.
Oh, that's because I'm a psychic rabbit. And then
Oh,
I'll
yeah, you're already more uh powerful than me in terms of fighting things.
I'll cast
No,
Mage Hand and I'll left something
I'm
on his
just
desk.
I'm just really good at remembering things.
Okay, so you're gonna remember that we're gonna come back.
Yes,
Perfect.
I can do that.
Okay, do that. Oh, I'm gonna feel so bad if we don't come back. We will though, I think. It's
All right.
interesting at least.
So in the meantime, you guys
We'll excuse
that
ourselves,
stayed
yeah.
on the other side that are doing the ritual. So anybody who would like to may attempt to help. This ritual takes about an hour to do,
All right.
and um, Laszlo sets up a set of silver mirrors, burns some incense, and has to make a series of skill checks. The
Ooh, I'll
skills,
inspire his competence.
okay, and the skills that are used are going to be knowledge arcana, knowledge planes, spellcraft, perception. So it's
I
going to
don't know if
be
I can
those are the four skills
inspire
used,
knowledge checks.
and um, basically it's like a set of like five skill checks, and you have to make three of them.
All right.
And there is like a backlash only to the primary caster unless you fail, in which case all participants end up suffering a greater backlash effect, which hasn't
Oh.
didn't happen last time, but there is a little bit of risk to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a stipulation. It just says
It's fine.
s-
It's
uh,
just a little bit of risk.
on skill checks.
Risk never hurt anybody.
All right, well, we'll
So
start with the
I'll.
knowledge arcana. So anybody that would like that's assisting Gonquil may try to aid him with a knowledge arcana.
I will
Okay.
roll a knowledge arcana.
My inspire is a +3, and that will be my aiding is inspiring.
Okay, so you're not like directly participating. Otherwise, you're just providing inspire competence,
Right,
which is
I'm
a
gonna
better bonus than aiding
hum.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The first check is good. The next one will be knowledge planes.
Knowledge plane. Okay.
Okay. The next one is going to be a spellcraft check.
Sounds. Ah, it was almost a 20.
Okay. Good news is, like I said, you don't have to pass all of the checks anyway. Then the next one's perception. And then one more perception check. Okay. You guys are successful in the ritual. So Gonquil does, or not Gonquil, Laszlo takes he is exhausted and takes some damage
Okay.
just from the
The
generic backlash.
backlash.
And you do see within the kind of projected from these mirrors an image of the past. What you guys see then is a large dragon, um, and you see him. you see him holding this little key, kind of between two of his claws, and you see him use it, and you see him opening the door, um, partially. Like he doesn't open it all the way, but he opens up it a little bit, and you see him going into like he basically kind of forms down into like a mist and goes into the door. And then shortly after, you see him come back out, and the door he pushes the doors back closed again. And then he looks like he looks like he's casting a spell. You may cast spellcraft to identify.
Okay.
I can see this too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, everyone can see this.
Okay.
This is being projected.
All right, then I will spellcraft.
Spell.
Eh.
Okay. You see that he is casting Ethereal Jaunt.
Okay.
So he casts that. He disappears entirely from your view.
Okay.
And then he comes back, no longer holding the key.
Okay.
Oh.
And then you see him cast another spell, and he teleports away.
Okay. So I assume what we need here is we need some way of entering the ethereal plane, such as ethereal jaunt. Because it doesn't look like he used the key. He had
He
the
stored
key.
it.
Well, he did use it, but then he came back, and then after he used it, he went to the ethereal plane and then came back without it.
Yeah, so it looks like he opened it. But I
Yep.
wonder if we even need to open it anymore. I wonder if we can just use the magical component, go and get it.
Well, yeah, he came back, and then he looked like he pushed it back closed, but
But the key looks like something that we haven't seen before.
correct. It has like a skull, like it's I wonder if I still have that picture for what a doomsday key looks like. I think I might have had one before. Well, let me see. Let me check my image library real quick. It might be in here from Shattered Star. How do I do this? Guess I added as a page. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't have a picture, I guess, but
It's all right.
I think there is a description I can give you though.
I don't know. I ask Eisenroll. You've never seen a key that looks like this, right? And I'll describe it.
Okay. He says he does not. Yeah, there's a whole thing in here that says what it does because it actually is also a magic item. But normally you would have like one of the things in here would say it is a what it does, but anyway, it looks like a key. Like it does look like a key, but it does have like a holy symbol of Grotus. at like the what do you call the part of the key that's like not the part that the handle of it, I guess, or whatever, top of the key. Like that part, it functions as a holy symbol of Grotus as well.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
But yeah, he doesn't recognize that. Yeah, shortly after you guys do that, let's see, how long does Raise Dead take to cast?
I
Is it
wonder if we're gonna have to like use magic to track down this key.
Yeah, probably a little bit after you guys finish that ritual would be when Vander,
Doesn't Equip
Goncourt,
have
and
like a little
Billy get
sketch
back.
pad or like a journal or something that you've been writing in? Something like that.
She has her book, How to Boat.
Okay.
Which is about all kinds of things, oddly enough.
Maybe you can sketch like a little picture of what we saw. That way we have a reference for it.
Yeah, I can probably do that.
All right, so yeah, Billy, Vander, and Goncourt are back now.
They just come
Hi,
back.
guys.
Already?
They teleport back in. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Well, you guys took an hour to do the ritual.
That's fair.
All right. Well, we tell them about what we saw.
Look
that
who's
we need to
back,
find
guys.
a key. It's
It's
good to see
Vander.
you back, Vander. It was very.
He goes back from the dead and
It was very
Vander was
concerning
gone?
you
I was
fell
just
in
like,
combat.
Get back to work, Vander.
yeah.
We're not paying you to be dead.
Uh,
Relatable. It's me in real life.
wow.
Rip.
Actually, not really. By work, I think would be pretty cool about it if I died. I don't think they'd get mad at me for not coming to work.
I hope not.
All right, so what do you do?
Well, I tell the others it seems like we're gonna have to find this key. Like nobody else has information on this thing. Do you guys?
You say Pedriarch went to the ethereal plane?
He went to the ethereal plane and he
But-
used some kind of like key that looked like it was like a key like a Grotus or something like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Lazo says, yeah, he went into the ethereal plane with the key, and then he came back, and he didn't have it anymore. It's reasonable to assume he must have left it there.
Huh?
You need your checking account stuff. Remember every year.
I look to Laszlo and Goncourt. Do you have some way to get to the ethereal plane?
I'll look right now.
They shake their heads.
I also do not have a way.
I mean, we'll probably have to find some way to get there, but first we need to find the key.
Perhaps a
Truce-
scroll,
True Scene would let you see into the ethereal plane.
but
It
wouldn't let
would.
us grab the key.
We don't even know where the key is. We can only assume that it's wherever.
Well, he used
Pedriarch
ethereal
left it.
jaunt. You said, right? That only lasts a few seconds. It can't be far.
What you mean? You think it's in this room somewhere?
I think it's in this room in the ethereal plane. Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, ethereal jaunt has a duration of rounds per level, which, granted for Pedriarch, is probably close to a couple minutes.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's rounds per level.
Okay.
So you're
So-
saying that if we could see invisibility, we might
Perhaps.
be able to see it.
I always forget. Does it see invisibility? It lets you see in the ethereal plane too, doesn't it?
Does.
Yeah, it does. Yep, you can see ethereal things with see invisibility as well. Just probably a little bit more accessible than True Scene.
Which is kind of crazy because I was debating on whether or not I wanted to bring that spell, but I ended up not.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's
I was thinking to myself, what good is it going to be if I see invisibility? That doesn't help Shazra, other than I can just point at a square, but
Well, we could go buy a scroll of see invisibility.
that's true.
I mean, that's easy enough. Sure. I'm just wondering if
I think
there's
when he has
how would
a
we retrieve it?
has a scroll that would actually be potentially useful. It wouldn't let you retrieve it, yeah,
Not
but you,
it.
Greater planar. Oh, glimpse of truth.
yeah, glimpse of truth would work. It's true scene for 1 round.
Oh.
I mean,
Originally, you got it because it also lets
sure.
you see things that are like you see things true forms too.
Yeah.
So he kind of gave it to you. It was like, Billy, if you use this, you could see what your true form is.
Hmm.
And you're like, I don't know if I want to know.
I feel like I do know what my true form is, right?
I don't
I
I'm
know.
don't
pretty
know,
Do
do
sure
you?
I
you?
do. I'm pretty sure I do, but
It's up to
I
you.
didn't actually like reveal too much that I knew.
Hmm.
Ethereal Jaunt is a 7th level, 6th level psychic. Wait, where was it?
I'm
6th
mildly
level psychic
annoyed that
spell.
see invisibility is not on my spell list.
No, it isn't. I had to take spell blending to get it on Fingrim.
So if I got a 6th level scroll, I could. That's a psychic ethereal jaunt. I could do it.
I guess, yeah. At 6th level, yeah. Expensive scroll there.
You could also just use plane shift, which is I think a little bit lower level. Doesn't let you go back, but the way
But you could
Ethereal
do
Jaunt
2 of
does,
them.
you could do 2 of
That's
them.
a
Yeah.
5th level psychic, which I will get 5th level spells in 1 level up. So but why does it always seem like you need the spell like the level before you get it? Uh okay, I don't know what to do. So
I mean, you could just say
fifth level
we
scroll. I
got
can
good
use the
information, and then
glimpse.
you could just say we don't need
Yeah,
anything more at the
I'm
moment.
I'm gonna use the scroll of glimpse of truth because
Okay.
it's like I don't want to be that player that never uses the scrolls.
Fair enough.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm gonna hit the delete button on it because I don't think it has any useful information on it. No,
Probably just the text of true scene, but I mean, you can get
no,
that
it
pretty
doesn't. It
easily.
doesn't have any information on it because I think
I'm
I
so
made it.
used to
Oh,
my
okay.
whatchamacallit, my in-person groups. They're so bad using consumable items.
I feel like a lot of groups are. I used to be really bad about it. I've like made a conscious effort to try to use my consumable items more, and
Yeah.
still think I'm pretty bad about it a lot of times.
Okay, so it lasts 1 round. Personal, access true seeing.
Yep. So go ahead and make a perception check as well.
Oh wait, I blinked. Sorry guys.
You blink.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean it should last
You've got
a
a good
round or
6
whatever. So.
seconds to look around with
Perception.
it.
You have a
Not
glimpse.
much, but you do.
Okay. Yeah, you do see there is a it looks like a key with the holy symbol of Grotus as like its handle that is kind of like lying on the ground basically next to the door on the ethereal plane. You see like it's kind of ghostly looking form of it. Just yeah, right over here.
Uh,
I know, Uncle,
so
this is a
do I have
stretch, but
time during this round to cast a spell while I can see it?
I
it
don't
lasts a
really think
round.
so because it lasts 1 round. So as soon as you're
By the
able to
time
cast,
my next round, it
unless it's
ends.
a swift action spell, no.
Uh,
But you know where it's at.
I'm just seeing if there's like literally anything I can do, but I don't think so. Okay, well, and also if I mess with it, then if Pedriarch comes back and be like, "Hey, this isn't where I left it," so I don't want to mess with it.
No, we
Go
did
ahead also and roll a
yours.
will save for me.
Oh, he put a protection thing on it. I'm gonna immediate action to gain a bonus to my will save.
Sure.
Mental placidity, immediate action +2 on a will save, and if allies have to attempt it, they get a bonus.
Okay.
Let me subtract that to 1 use left. out of 2 and give you a will save. So this will be not. Can I? Oh, I can add +2. Roll. Oh no!
All right, don't worry about it.
Oh, that's the word Pluto. That's the worst.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's like it was warded or ruined or
All right.
something.
Yep. So
Pedriarch knows.
you see the key, and that's it. That's all you know. You know
I
that.
tell the party I felt some weird. Did I feel anything from the will save?
You feel like you're missing something. Like
Hmm.
you feel
What?
you feel like there's like something else going on here, and you just cannot place what it is. But there's something missing.
Okay, I'm missing something like I lost part of me or something.
No, not like that. Like
Okay,
something
All
is
your
wrong.
money is gone.
Something is wrong with this situation, and you're not sure what it is.
okay. I tell the party I saw the
Uh,
key. Something doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
Okay.
Something is wrong with this situation. Like it's too
So
easy or
we
something.
need something. Get the. But none
Maybe
of us
the
can reach
entire thing you saw
into
with
the.
Pedriarch was just an illusion.
I mean, like it was a vision we gained from dabbling in the occult. So
Or maybe
it's.
how did Pedriarch? Do you remember? Did Pedriarch look like he looked in the dream, or did he look much younger?
He looked the same to me.
Okay, I was wondering if like maybe that you saw Pedriarch that was like 5,000 years ago and not like a year or like a few days ago or weeks ago or whatever.
I mean, I think it was a very long. It was a very long time ago.
Oh, it was
It probably was close to 5,000 years ago.
really? I thought he came here recently to do stuff, and that's why the spirit was upset.
Mm,
Recently to a spirit could be a
I don't know if the
whole lot
spirit.
different.
I don't know. She didn't say anything to me about that.
Yeah.
She had
Okay.
that conversation when me and Gonquil were in Sothis.
I made a weird assumption, I guess, that I thought it was like within the past like at most like few months.
I mean, maybe it was. Maybe I'm the one making assumptions here.
Hmm.
I was focusing it on specifically the last time Pedrick was here, but that it does. There's nothing about the ritual that really gave me a sense of the time scale. I just assumed it was a long time ago because everything about him has been such a long time scale.
Uh, I don't remember. The spirit didn't say how long ago Pedriarch was here, did they?
I can't remember what I had the spirit say to you guys, so you're on your own on that one.
Sure.
Well, that's the only thing I can think of right now that like might be something misleading us.
Perhaps. But
Laszlo
we should
shrugs.
see if
Does
we
it
can interact.
matter?
Well, yeah, I think if he's up to something right now, I don't know that it matters what he did 5,000 years ago. Like it could be different. Like we could be, it could be a
True. Maybe
red
he's
herring
changed his
for his
plans
current
or something.
plans. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't know though. Unsure.
I can think of one way that we could get the key.
What's that?
We could ask the ghost to retrieve it for us.
Yeah, but
I don't think
just
that's
because the
very
ghost
likely.
grabs it doesn't mean it becomes material.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
The ghost would just be able to move it.
even though the ghost can move between the ethereal and material plane, I don't know I don't think it can even with stuff on the I don't know if I don't know if a ghost can still even interact with stuff on the ethereal plane while ethereal. It might still be incorporeal even there.
Plus, the ghost and us aren't on very good terms anyway.
It does explain why she was saying that nothing was missing. If he just left it in the ethereal plane, it would
Maybe.
probably seem to her that it hadn't left at all.
That is a good point.
You didn't actually go to the ethereal plane to look, right?
No,
I
he
could only
he did
see into
he
it.
did true seeing basically for one round,
Oh, okay.
and then failed a will save against something.
Okay, but when you're true seeing and you're still trying to find something that's hidden, did you roll a perception?
Yeah.
Did you look
Yeah.
around? Okay.
Yeah, I had him
I
roll
did
perception.
look
He spotted
around
the
while I
key,
was
but then he
there.
failed a will save against something, and could tell that something's wrong, but he's not sure what it is.
Oh.
It's the worst feeling.
It's nothing else like failing a will save and then not being told what the will save was for.
Yeah, some tables, game masters just roll behind your back without you even knowing that it's happening.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that's fine.
I feel like
Yeah.
most things that force a save, you notice something about it just
You
from
get a
rolling it.
sensation. Yeah.
Yeah, but like there's some situations like if you're getting scryed on, it makes sense to roll them in secret, right? But
Well, also illusions, like it's kind of like a giveaway. You're like, oh yeah, roll a will save while you interact with this thing. Oh, well now the player
yeah,
immediately knows it's probably an illusion.
which maybe that's what was happening here. Maybe he didn't actually see the key and it was an illusion.
It's possible.
Although, yeah, you definitely have a sensation of something being off about this place now that you were like inspected it there, but you're not sure what.
I don't know. I asked my uncle if there's some ritual or some way for material beings to affect the ethereal plane. If there's a way we could take something out of it.
Not a ritual that I'm immediately familiar with, but I might have something within my.
Well, maybe we should all take a trip to Sothis then.
Do
and
we
see
know
we
if this key is magical? Maybe it detects
Yes.
magic when you're in there?
He couldn't because
I only had one
he
round.
only had one round.
Oh,
And, like, by the time
right.
it's my turn to cast, I was done.
But if we do like see invisibility and detect magic, maybe.
Yeah, that might work.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
So
mark
getting
this
a
on the
scroll see
map.
invisibility seems like a good idea.
May need to come back.
I mean, I suppose if we did go to Sothis, we could buy scroll there.
Yeah, we need to
Mhm.
do some research in Sothis. Find a way to get something out of the ethereal plane. Because we need that key. And then we might even need a way to just flat out access the ethereal plane or do whatever it is that Pedriarch did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used a high level spell.
But it seemed like he just used that to hide the key, or was it part of like accessing the door?
Oh no, he did it after he came back.
Okay, so maybe you just need the key and like some other piece of information to door.
Seemed like when he opened it, yeah, he just used the key and like turned it and the door and like pulled the door open a little bit.
Oh, I know. Maybe he went to the ethereal plane so nobody could see him and he swallowed the key and then came back.
That'd be kind of weird.
No, because I saw it. Unless it's an illusion, I guess.
You saw it?
I saw the key when I was, glimpse of truthing.
Oh.
So it could have been an illusion, but I don't know.
He swallowed it. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. I can ask him with our chalkboard.
I mean, okay,
Where's
wait,
the
that does
key,
actually make
Pedriarch?
sense, though.
True.
Because, okay, think about it. He wants the spooky ghost to think nothing is wrong, so it makes sense that he would have like illusioned the key or something, or had some kind of deception where it's not the real key. Because if you're Pedriarch, all powerful, crazy dragon, there's no way you just leave the key there. At least I don't think so.
Let's
He doesn't
ponder
exactly
these
have
thoughts,
pockets, does
Sothis.
he? Hmm. Okay, fine.
I don't know if Goncool can teleport everyone to Sothis, though.
Oh, no, it's true.
Actually, I'm gonna pull out the chalkboard and I'm gonna write, "Hi, how are you?"
Well, I have 2 scrolls of teleport on me.
No, well, there you go, then. You could have Billy cast teleport. It's on the psychic spell list, right? It is, yeah. So Billy could cast it, and he's been to Sothis.
Yeah.
Sure. I was on the psychic spell list, and now I'm not anymore, and I don't know where it went.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
a
know.
level 5 psychic spell.
It's also on
Okay.
my spell list.
Yeah, but you haven't been to Sothis.
That's true.
Do you have share memory? You can read his memory.
I can cast it.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
just let
I
him
probably
cast
won't
it.
fail.
Oh, Billy can cast Share Memory?
No, teleport.
No, he has teleport.
Oh.
Like you said. Like, I don't know. We don't need to overcomplicate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
It should be fairly.
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to use one of the scrolls of teleport, then you guys can all go to Sothis.
Yep, let's do
Goncool-
that.
Well, Goncool can't teleport you today because he's already used it. So
We can rest.
you'd either have
Yeah,
to
we
use
should
both
rest.
scrolls of teleport, or yeah, you could rest. Let's not rest down in this room, though. Goncool suggests.
So Pluto, I would say seen casually. Is that the level I know Sothis?
Probably, yeah.
Once. I mean, we walked around.
We've
so
walked
I'd say-
around in it.
Yeah, I'd say seen
so-
casually.
Yeah, been in there a little bit.
Okay, I'm excited for my D100.
Okay.
Okay.
I love my D100s.
Yeah, Goncool is going to suggest perhaps we sleep just outside the temple.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Hopefully I guess we don't even have to come back in here until tomorrow. In case the ghost recuperates like within a day. Although it shouldn't. It should take a couple days at least.
I'm gonna attempt to patronize Pedriarch and ask him how his day is with the chalkboard.
Okay.
Hope it's going well.
Don't you have 2 chalkboards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we marked on which one was which or something?
I did.
Okay.
Like where you whose chalkboard are you using?
I'm writing the one he knows that we wrote on before.
Okay. That would have been the first one
The first one, yeah.
that you guys got from shit, what was his name that had the manor?
I don't remember her name.
Oh, this would have been the one from the sewers? The
I think so. That's the first one we got, right?
What was that?
Or no?
Yeah.
Well,
the
yeah, yeah.
chalkboard? I think you're right, yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
Chalkboard.
the chalkboard that lets you can talk
Yeah, we
to
can
Pedriarch
talk
with
to
it.
Pedriarch.
Yeah. So Efoot's writing on the chalkboard you guys got from shit. What was her name? I have it written down here somewhere.
Flora.
Flora, yeah, from Flora's chalkboard. Hey, how's your day? How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Just checking in with my bestie.
I'll be surprised if you
Um,
ever get a message back.
yeah, he doesn't. You don't get any response yet.
Oh, he'll warm up to
He
me.
leaves your message on read.
Oh no, he didn't even read it.
No, he did
Oh,
read it. He just
He's
left it
screening your
on.
calls.
He
Oh,
just left it on read.
gotcha. Nah.
How many of you guys played the old Warcraft game?
Warcraft 3?
Yeah,
I played 3.
I didn't play the expansion, but I played the
play
base
3.
Warcraft 3.
So the Demon Hunter hero, if you click on it enough times, one of the funny things he says is "Darkness calls," but I was gone, so he had to leave a message. I checked my message machine and I called Darkness back. I said, "Pick up the phone, Darkness," but Darkness must have been screening his calls that day.
Yeah.
That is a long voice line.
It was a long one. It was very funny.
Some of them are very long.
Yeah,
The ones if you click on the same unit like 12 times in a row or whatever.
yeah.
Can we Night's Rest or might things happen?
Where are you guys resting?
Right outside the temple, I thought.
Okay.
Isn't that what Gunkle suggested or
That's what
Laszlo
he
wanna-
suggested, yeah. I just
I'd say
wanted to
definitely
check.
outside, maybe a little more than just a little outside.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could also go all the way back to the fort.
Yeah, we go
but-
back to the fort.
Yeah, let's do that. Is it too late in the day or not really?
No.
No, it's not too late in the day at all.
Okay.
The only,
let's-
the only thing you got to worry about is at some point, probably some more people are going to show up at the fort. But I mean, you guys have a fort, so I mean, you could just be
Yeah.
like, "No,
Yeah, yeah.
you're not allowed
Yeah.
in our fort.
Exactly. It's our fort now.
Go away."
I'll let him in and then I'll fight him.
That's our XP farm. We just keep fighting
That's-
the
Yeah.
Pure Legion that show up.
Okay. So you guys go back to the fort then. Do you guys set up like watches as well then?
We better.
Sure.
We have to defend our fort.
Okay. Okay.
Was this all that there was in this like valley though?
It kind of narrowed and went and ended here, right? I guess yeah. Was there anything else? I don't think we saw anything else.
Not really anything interesting that caught your eye, but I mean, there probably are other things in the valley, but
So this place is mostly just forbidden because there was this temple here.
that's what you are speculating. I mean, there's also this fort, but maybe the fort's just here to protect this temple.
Maybe.
You're not 100% sure. You do know you do know that you've seen evidence that Pedriarch and the leader of the Pure Legion were like working together, at least politically.
So it's
So-
just an outpost.
It's possible that, that's yeah. It's also possible it's just, it's Area 51 of Rahadoom.
50.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and hit the night's rest button. No, nothing happens during the night.
How much health did I come back with? 1?
You probably would have came back with 1 health, but they probably healed you up before you left as well. In addition to casting one of the first restoration you needed. If they're already spending the the resources to cast Raise Dead on you, they're probably also going to cast some cure spells on you.
Huh.
So you just have the negative level, which you'll be able to remove it within or after 1 week. So it's now September 20th in, or whatever the Galarian equivalent to September 20th is. You'll be able to remove it on the 26th. And yeah, if you guys are going to teleport back to Sothis, we'll actually do some percentage rolls as well, if you'd like. We'll roll two of them,
Yay!
one for, and then decide who's traveling with who.
Who wants to go with Billy?
Who wants to go with Billy and who wants to go with Goncool? And while you guys are figuring that out, and give me after you figure that out, we'll get two D100s. And I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah, I don't. No opinion. Don't care.
Well, you're coming with me wherever it is.
Okay. All right. Very well. Shazra like always grabs Efoot by the shirt. You're coming with me.
Yeah, you're useful. This is very much this is becoming the relationship that Hester had with your character when she found out like she could bring her back to life.
Oh my god. Hester started becoming Charlotte's nightmare. At first we were friends, and then I started questioning it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Hester and Charlotte.
Oh,
I said our relationship is becoming a lot like those two characters now. Where it's like my
Hey.
character likes to keep them around because they're useful. But Hester was ready to start just charming, make sure that they didn't leave her.
Yeah, definitely. She was a morally gray character, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe even just straight up
Yeah.
evil. That was a fun campaign, actually, though. Despite some of the weird stuff in it that I don't think.
Advancing like 4 levels in 4 sessions at the end.
I was
Oh,
gonna
wait, was
say
that
the tournament
one? Yeah,
arc.
it was. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
tournament arc felt a little. What's the word?
Random.
Well, it felt kind of. It felt like it kind of broke vermicillitude. What's that word? Vermicillitude. Like it.
I don't know that word.
I know
So.
what you're talking about.
It like the whole thing we were like, what is this monk doing in this tournament, you know, like this monster monk with like 50 AC or whatever.
Yeah. It was strange.
And like I don't know, it was kind of neat on one hand to bring back like some of the characters that were from earlier in the campaign, but it was also kind of like, what are they doing here? Like it felt, but yeah, but like overall it had a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, I
And
mean overall it was a very memorable
it
game.
had a lot of like it had some like really cool moments in the campaign that I remember like fondly. So
Yeah.
you know, it did everything you want at the end of the day. All right, you guys decide who's going with what group?
Everyone basically said they don't care.
Okay.
I'm going with Billy.
All
Well,
right.
okay, so there's 5 of us, right? And
Mhm.
one person can only take how many?
Well, Goncool, I think. Let me see. Goncool can take 3 people with him, I think. And the scroll probably also can take 3 people with him
Okay, so
because it's the scroll's minimum caster level for a wizard, which would be 9, I think. And you can
Yeah.
take
One
and you could take 1
additional
additional per 3
per
caster. Yeah,
3.
so both Goncool and Billy are both able to take 3 with them each.
okay.
So there's a little bit of wiggle room, because you
Yeah.
don't have 8 total people going. You have 6 total people going. I think, right? Or 7. You have 7 total people going.
So I need 2 people with me at least.
I don't have Vander
So
on this map that we're on right
who
now,
else wants
but
to go with Billy?
he is there. He's not actually dead anymore. How do
Why
I
don't
get
we
rid-
just
How do
put
I get rid of this stupid skull?
why don't we put Razok and Vandir with Billy, and then Foot and Laszlo with Gonk.
That's so weird. I don't know how to get rid of that skull without putting you on the combat tracker. Hold on, maybe I can do this. Uh, what a weird problem.
He's just gonna be a permanent skull.
I've
He,
never
he
seen.
came back. He came back as a scepter.
Okay, hold on. If what if I just start a combat encounter real quick and then roll Vander's initiative onto it? Okay, here we go. And then I can unmark defeated. There we go. And then I can delete the encounter. All right, we did it.
All right.
All right, so who's going with Billy? We have Razok going with Billy, and
I was suggesting
Vandir.
Razok and Vandir
No,
go with
Vandir.
Billy, and then
okay,
Foot and Laszlo go with Gonk.
okay, sounds good. And
In the
then
event that Billy doesn't teleport to Sothis, he just needs someone who can track, or at least like
okay, yeah,
do things, and Razok can do
Razok
that.
has a survival
Vandir can
skill.
fight.
Well, it's good to have like two martial characters with the rabbit.
Faster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can support 2. I do things.
I mean
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
only reason why it matters is one of the
If
two
I roll,
might go off target.
Yeah.
it's possible Laszlo, or Gonquil does. I mean,
Yes, it is.
so okay, I'm
He's
ready.
a little less likely because he's more familiar, I think, with Sothis than you are. He's been there
Yeah.
a few more times, but all right. Billy can roll for his, and then who wants to roll for Gonquil's?
I'm waiting till we know who's rolling.
D100.
A D100. Yep. All right. All right. You guys are both good.
Hey, we're good.
Low rolls are good on here. 80 was would have been if it was somewhere he'd only viewed once. 80 would have gone off target, but fortunately he's even if he just studied casually, I think 80 would have been fine, or would have been maybe off target. No, it would have been
80
fine.
was fine
Eight-
unless
Yeah,
viewed
80 would have been
once.
fine unless it was just viewed once. All right, so yeah, you guys end up in Sothis again, in right near the temples.
Convenient.
I think that is if there's like a temple district or whatever.
I was thinking while we were there, I was thinking like, oh, I should look for evidence to bring for the gnome, and then I completely forgot to do it.
Oh.
Not that like realistically, like what evidence can I find that will like prove Pedriarch is there
You do
or
have
was there?
you
Like,
do have one piece of well,
we
you
have the
actually
letters
you guys
from
do have
Pedriarch
some
with
you
the
guys do have some
election.
evidence. I don't remember if maybe Vander already had one anyway, but you guys do have like the weapons, for example, that he made.
Okay, we still have the like that letter that tied Pedriarch to that. What was it? Was it the Pure Legion that was
Yeah,
found in the manor? So I think we have that too. And now I have more witnesses. So
it kind of indirectly does because it was not it wasn't written as like
it wasn't
Pedriarch
Pedriarch,
himself.
it
It
was
was Pedriarch writing as
his elf boy.
his elf alter ego. But yeah, so you guys just head to Temple of Nethers to go talk to our gnome friend.
Yeah, I
Then-
guess so.
Sure. Is that where we're going first,
Vrax.
or are we going?
Oh, you guys could do shopping first if you wanted or something. But...
Yeah.
I mean, you guys already kind of did shopping because you had Gonquil and Laszlo like do your shopping
Right.
for
Yeah.
you the first time they came to Sothis.
Right. I don't think I have much to do. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we want to do before getting tied up with the gnome. And I say that in character. I am maybe a slight gnome disliker.
How can you hate gnomes?
I don't hate them. They're
Oh,
just
okay. You just dislike them.
annoying.
They're not annoying.
Oh,
They're
you would hate my Pathfinder
eccentric.
perk. I have 4 gnomes.
Oh, and Kingmaker.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
You're making a kingdom of gnomes.
I am.
Okay. I don't. I guess we just go see Vrax.
Show us this gnome.
All right, you guys navigate through the crowded temple district into the stuffy halls of Nethys and to his little office. And he is excited when he hears um Gonkul's voice saying after he knocks on the door. He says, "We're back." So, oh, excellent. Oh, and you brought more. Have you guys all seen Pedriarch too?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And what about this evidence? Do we have enough to convince us to have access to the archives?
I
I
think
don't
we have
know.
the
It's
most we're
debatable.
going to get.
Excellent, excellent. I'm so excited to finally get access to this tome that supposedly he wrote it, I think. That's what I was told by the record keeper there.
Wow, I didn't know Pedriarch wasn't a published author.
I don't know if published is quite the right word.
An author.
He wouldn't tell me anything else about it. He's not a very nice man. Not very Nethesian of him to hoard knowledge as he does.
Well, we'll see what our evidence hardest we have is the creation of these. What were they called? Something Bane.
Oh, Divinity
His
Bane.
Divinity Bane
Divinity Bane.
weapons.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, whatever we need to do to get this order, then we should do it.
All right, let's go.
This gnome is actually Pedriarch transformed.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Alright, we
actually,
all go
yeah.
with him.
Okay.
I mean, we have ran into Patriarch as an elf, but I don't think he would say
You
like
didn't actually meet him. You just have heard about him.
Yeah.
I didn't meet him. Yeah.
Oh,
We
nobody in
know
the
he's
party actually
capable.
met him other than in
Yeah.
the dream world.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cacklin, that was his name.
Cacklin, yep.
I wrote down a name for once.
Wow.
Cause I'm like, this seems important.
Do you remember the names of the other people in the dream?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Not even close.
I think there were I got him here. There were 4 other people in the dream. And it was like one of these people is Pedriarch.
Was Karsakin there?
No, he was in the note that you found though in
Okay.
Cacklin's Manor.
That's the only other name I
Okay.
have written down.
Was it in
So
Cacklin's Manor? Yeah,
I think it
I
was
think it was in
Cacklin's
Cacklin's
Manor.
Manor. It was addressed to Finnis.
Sounds right.
Anyway, yeah, he leads you deeper into the tunnel and down like a set of stairs. Like this way to the vault. And
Right.
Okay.
yeah, you get there. There's like a desk basically, and you can see that behind this guy there are armed armed like troops or guards basically wearing like finery of Nethys. They have like kind of this it looks like they are wearing like a like a plate mail but like one side of it is black and the other side of it is like this silver,
Mhm.
and they're
I'm
just
on
kind of
guard
standing
for
there at attention.
Nephis.
Yeah, it's the Death is Holy Guard.
Mm.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, there is someone though who is not armored, who is at a desk and says like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we wish to gain deeper access to our archives for the express purpose of finding more information on a very specific individual. A dragon that has greatly extended his life by magical means and that we know is plotting an attempt on destroying one or several gods.
He rolls his eyes. You know how many people are trying to destroy the world, destroy the gods.
Well, they probably didn't have these, and I pull out one of the Divinity Bane weapons. Explain the essence of this weapon.
Um, may I? He reaches his hand out.
I give it to him.
You chop his hand off.
I just put it right into his chest.
Okay. Yeah, if you hand it to him, he will examine it,
Yeah.
casting a
And I tell him
identify
that there are
spell.
more like those that we have, and that this is not just like a single occurrence, that these are being mass produced. Most likely to equip an army of people who, like a cult of people.
Hmm. Okay, go ahead and roll a diplomacy check to try to
I can't
convince him.
intimidate him.
Can we assist if we also like chime in what
Yeah.
things
Oh,
we've
of
seen and
course,
known?
yeah. You could.
Don't I
Like,
have like also a
I've
scroll
seen
where they were trying to
Pedriarch.
resurrect people?
Yeah, I don't help.
I don't know if this is gonna be useful.
I assist.
What do you have?
Ugh, roll it.
The scroll of Astome reincarnation.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that would be helpful.
Well, we had a book, right? That also referenced that.
You got a
And
book
it
that
did it
detailed how to do that ritual,
reference.
yeah.
Did it reference
Yeah.
Patriarch?
No, it didn't actually.
Okay.
It did reference like escaping from the uh like the river of soul, like the river Styx basically in the afterlife and judgment of from Pharasma
Mhm.
though.
Well, yeah, I'll bring up that like, we discovered that he was attempting to they were killing people just to do this, right? Yeah, so they were killing people just to bring them back as something
Well,
else.
they wanted more what you call it for their cult.
Okay. Do you guys have any other evidence you'd like to present
Or
to
bit
help
of-
boost your chances?
I mean, I have a talking sword.
I have
A
a
talking
chalkboard.
sword?
You can talk right
Yes.
with them. Lol. Take the sword's word for it.
Yes.
Yeah. The sword
being-
the sword looks sort of similar to these ones actually too.
Yes,
Oh.
the being that inhabits my sword is a wizard from many ages ago who worked with this dragon in question and another one of his associates who died and then reformed on the astral plane, which we traveled to and killed again.
True.
Hmm. Wait here, I'll bring it out to you.
Nice.
He gets up, says something very inaudibly to the guards as he walks into the vault past them.
I say under my breath, but not enough to like really hide it. And I'm saying, please try to fight us. I'm more than ready to.
And then Vrax says,
Jeez.
"Oh, I'm so excited that you guys got him to bring over the book.
What?
This guy, he's always been so secretive and unwilling to share knowledge. It's very unnathizian of him."
I mean, all he did was say something to the guards and walk away.
No, he said he'll bring it out
Oh, he
before he
did.
did that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I assume he won't lie.
You can roll sense motive if you want.
I don't know. These Nithisian people are. They seem very two-faced. If you ask me.
Is it their holy symbol?
It might be their holy symbol.
I guess technically their holy symbol is a scorched hand, I think, right? But
Oh yeah.
yeah, Nethys is he's basically is like Two-Face. He has like
Yeah.
the one side that's scorched and the other side that isn't.
Yeah, he is Two-Face.
He kind of is, yeah. Yeah, after several minutes, he does come back with a book. He sets it down on, or he doesn't set it down. He hands it over to you.
Okay.
I take the book and I ask him, "So, when do you want this back?"
I am not letting you leave with it. You can read it here, though.
Very well. I pull up a chair and I have our gnome sit in it.
Okay. Um.
Is there like a desk with like a study area?
Yeah, bring us a candle.
Yeah, he says, "If you'd like, you may use this room over here," and he points to a room off to one side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll do that.
And, yeah, it doesn't even have a door. It's just like it has an opening there, but doesn't have a door that closes. And
That's
yeah,
fine.
you do see that there is like a few like overstuffed chairs and like a desk in there, plus like a coffee
Correct.
table.
Perfect. Okay.
But yeah,
We'll
like it's a
go in
little
there.
lounge basically.
I wouldn't mind some coffee.
You may go get some coffee if you'd like, but the book needs to stay here.
Yep, you guys do that.
Send the bunny on an errand to bring us
Yes,
back
trust
coffee.
No, I wouldn't trust him bringing coffee back.
I want to see him carrying a bunch of cups.
Can't.
No, I
He's
just
got
come with my mud
ears.
buddy.
Razak will go get coffee.
Won't have much.
All right.
He's like,
I want to read the book, so
You're like, I don't really care for
Razak's like,
reading.
yeah,
Alright.
he doesn't give a crap about the book. So he'll go walk
The
off.
book is written in
I care very
Aslanti.
much about books and reading and studying, but I prefer to do it when I'm the one reading the book.
The gnome obviously pushes
I don't
himself
share
into
my
it
books.
to like look
Excellent.
at it.
can
Like
he read it?
if you try to like if you set it on like on the desk, for example, he'll like kind of try to squeeze in there and try to read it as well as you're looking at it.
Will you read it
Uh,
out loud to me, Shazra? Like
I will
is.
sit
Marcia
on the
did?
desk and read it.
It is written in Aslanti, so
Ooh.
I can read that.
okay. So Billy can read it at least. The
I
gnome can
cast
read it.
comprehend languages.
Okay. Efoot can read it. Shazra, do you have Aslanti?
Aslanti.
Mm-hmm.
I might. Let's
Looks
see.
like I'm doing the reading too.
Summary. No. Where would this be?
Attributes.
I do speak Aslanti. That was an important people and language to understand.
Yeah, a lot of it's a very very historically significant language.
Many powerful wizards and spellcraft going on in that civilization.
I just saw it and remembered it from the last game,
Sin
Shattered
magic,
Star. I'm like, oh, I want that
called it.
language.
Well, and it came up in the that like the language that was being spoke on that demi-plane that you guys found that was like Aridel's sanctum that he had a bunch of people there. Those guys spoke like a weird dialect of Islanti that was like kind of mutated from 10,000
Is
years.
that what
But
Eisenroll speaks to? Do you speak Aslanti?
he says indeed. Although when I communicate with you, it's we're communicating telepathically.
Yeah, I say this aloud to my sword.
But yeah, it answers back that yes, I that is a language that I spoke in life.
All right, that makes sense. What? Go on.
All right, so you guys read it then. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So a bunch of it seems like is talking about um like similar sort of to some of the works that you guys saw in Flora's library where it's talking about like um it almost is like a manifesto where he's talking about how um the needs to that the world is kind of unjust, that there are people that lord over mortals, and by no most of them do not deserve their power. And um it talks about how there should be like a new order in which everyone is free from the oppression of divinity,
Or
and speculates that in that the ironically he might have to harness a power of the divine in order to do this. And specifically,
Oh.
he speculates that if one were to that while Grotus is known as the god of the end times, he is also the usher of the new beginning of a new world, and that needs to be harnessed.
it's always New World Orders.
But in order to do so, he needs to find a way to access that, and that is the going to be the prime, like the main driving force of his organization moving forward.
Well, we know that he's kind of already like accessed probably Grotus's or whatever, but does it say anything about a key or where he found a key?
You don't see anything referencing a key, but you do see something in there talking about um one of the things in there is that Grotus will probably not agree with how I with my interpretation of how the world should be, and I would need to find a way to subvert his will to be able to transverse through his realm without being ejected.
Well, I mean, I assume that's the creation of these weapons. That these weapons would probably allow someone
Yeah,
exist on that
and that's
for a
what
short amount of
Eisenroth says
time.
as well. He's like, I believe that was probably part of the intent. The weapons not only are uniquely able to damage sources connected to the divine, but also does offer some amount of protection.
So we need we're gonna try and follow Pedriarch's footsteps, trace them, but we need to figure out how to grab an ethereal, bring it into the material. I say aloud.
And the gnome is just reading this book as you guys are reading it as well. He's like, "Wow, this is great stuff.
I'm sure.
This Pedriarch guy is really interesting." You think he's still alive though?
We can
Absolutely.
introduce you to him.
Could you?
No.
Oh, but I'd
Yeah.
really like to interview him.
I mean, here, I pull out a chalkboard. Ask him questions.
What do you mean?
I do say that yes, unfortunately we know that this tablet thing here is it was used by Pedriarch to send messages back to people who were loyal to him.
His eyes sparkle. Can I?
I
You
don't know
can
if you
certainly try.
you know what, whatever, go ahead.
Which one do you give him? Just out of
Uh,
curiosity.
The one that I've been using. The other
Okay,
one I
the
don't want
Laura one.
Pedriarch know we have it yet.
Okay. He starts writing a whole bunch of stuff on it. Like
I tell him there's no guarantee that he's gonna answer these.
Wait, what language do you think I should write to him in? Which language do you think he'd prefer? I'll ask
His
him.
native language?
Try all of them.
He writes in Draconic and Aslanti as well. Like, which language should I write in? Oh, should I write to you in this language? How about this one? Which one do you prefer? And he writes like his whole long list of like questions on there.
I want to know what Pedriarch's doing. Do we have a spy on Pedriarch ability?
People
Not
wonder
yet.
when-
I want to
could get
see how
scry.
annoyed he is.
Get the
Yeah.
scrying spell and try that. Although, no guarantee that it would actually, you might just make the will save.
I just wonder if he carries the Chocobird around with him. I wonder if they're gonna write to me today. Maybe I'll respond today. I am lonely. I do need friends.
But yeah, that's about all you see in here.
Okay.
Actually, there is one other thing in here. There's a thing that says talks about while investigating the realm, or while investigating the door towards into Grodus's realm, there did seem to be a anomaly there that I wasn't able to place.
Which is
That's all it says.
oh,
There was a strange anomaly that I wasn't able to place.
very
Please, please investigate further. Or it doesn't say that, but like I'll need to invest. If I get time, I should look into this.
Razak comes back with the coffee.
You
He
probably
hands
came
her-
back. You probably came back
Yeah,
before the
wait.
finished it, but yeah.
He hands the gnome a decaf.
Yeah, probably a
And
good idea.
the rabbit, he just hands an espresso shot. If they even have espresso. Just- I was gonna say I could have gone. Since we're out of town, if anybody wanted to get items for purchase, you probably could have gone out and done shopping.
I mean, we're still here.
Yeah, I mean, this is where
Yeah.
you guys did shopping last time, except that, like I said,
Yeah.
you guys gave money to Gonkel and Laszlo.
Mhm. Yeah. My guy's officially broke because of that. I got
Yeah.
like 100 gold pieces on me. It's funny.
Yeah.
100 gold pieces to like a commoner
there
is
would
like a shit
be-
ton of money. But
A little bit of speculation on Pedriarch's part about the. He says like there was that ghost there, and maybe it's something that she did. But whatever it is, I think I dealt with her, but maybe she left some sort of ward or something there that is beyond my ability to understand.
Oh, maybe that's what I felt.
Maybe.
When was this book published? Or
It was
written?
never
Not
published.
published, but written.
Hmm.
I'll ask the vault keeper guy.
Oh, that book. We found it about 4,000 years ago, I think.
Okay,
But I
so-
don't know how old it was when we found it.
that dates Pedriarch seeing the ghost to thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You also, I think, identified that the ghost spoke a dead language as like her primary language.
Something, yeah, that we couldn't understand.
It
So
wasn't
she could have
Aslanti,
been.
but it was a language that was at least as old as Aslanti.
So she could have been even older.
Possibly.
I mean, if the key was a holy symbol, it could have been protected by the god itself or something. Maybe
Maybe.
that's what you're feeling. Like only worshippers of that certain deity can hold it or something like that. Or scry onto it, or it is a magical key, you said. So
Mm-hmm.
have magical protections against scrying and different things.
We did see Pedriarch holding it though.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's
So maybe he
also a
overcame
freaking
whatever it was.
powerful ass dragon. Yeah.
Well, we're probably gonna be wrapping things up soon, but what are you guys planning to do for next session?
It's a good question.
I don't know. This is
I need to know to prep, so
Give
kind of
this
the end
guy
of
the
our
sending
trail,
gem.
isn't it?
give which guy the
I wa-
sending gem?
The gnome,
The gnome? Okay.
so he can talk to Patriarch or something.
Oh yeah. You could.
What?
Summon patriarch. Jesus.
Sending to him, yeah. You guys I think you have some gems as well. Like
Yeah.
nobody's used any of these, but you have some like single use items that specifically let you talk to Pedriarch. And I can't remember how many you have, but you guys got them from
We have enough for one for each party member.
is that what how many it was? That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys also have some that the one for each party member that you guys had, I think, was for
Was
Gonkel.
for cool. Yeah.
So you have those ones, but you guys also found a few that were tied to Pedriarch instead,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of funny. Yeah, the downside of that too also is if you use one of those, it lets him
Know where we
teleport.
are.
It also it lets
Yeah.
him teleport to you. Like gives you enough information to be able to teleport precisely
Teleport.
to
Oh
you.
yeah, we do
Yeah.
have that.
It does it gives them like the proximity like visual.
Mhm.
What
Yeah,
is
so
it?
if you wanted to, you guys could be
Clairvoyance.
like, "Hey guys, let's talk to Pedriarch and also tell him where we are."
Yeah.
So that he could just teleport and kick our asses right now.
Hey,
Us-
all we
like,
gotta do
or we can
is
kick his asses right now.
Yeah, exactly.
all we gotta do is stand next to anti magic field or the freaking what was that like death ball that
Yeah, Sphere of
we just
Annihilation.
sphere of annihilation. Stand right next to
Yeah.
it. Someone have
I
them
wouldn't
teleport in
recommend
and just
standing in an anti-magic field.
yeah.
I don't think the gem would work actually at
Yeah, it's
all,
true.
but
That's true. Anti magic field. Yeah, it wouldn't even work.
also, if keep in mind, there's a
It's their choice.
no, there's a I don't know how famous it is, but there's a giant in the playground or the stick comic where the dragon casts anti magic field up against a wizard, and he's like,
Yeah.
"How
It's okay.
curious!
Dragon
I
doesn't need magic.
yeah, how
It's
curious!
because it's
In a
still a dragon.
magic in an anti magic field, it turns out that I am a powerful dragon, while you are now a hairless monkey."
Yeah, basically.
Like,
Yeah, I'm an innate creature with magic, not a person that gets it.
oh yeah, he just yeah physically
You would
beats him up.
still
Then
have several hundred points of HP and
I
large
still
amounts of raw stats.
yeah I still
Yeah.
have 40 AC without any magic.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I have a stat block for Pedriarch. If you guys want to fight him, like I can
I
just plop
do.
him. I can plop him on the map right now, and he can kick your asses.
I do want to fight him.
Just
My sword wants to fight him too.
oh yeah,
Right.
just probably not literally right this moment.
If I was able to put Vorpal on my weapon, I'd say, yeah, I'm willing to roll the dice.
There's a 1 in 400 chance that
Yeah.
I double roll 20s.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'll take those odds. Just,
Yeah, I don't know what we're like. What follow-ups do we have right now?
well,
Like, I don't
well,
know.
we could go and get a whatchamacallit. Could we get a scroll of like ethereal jaunt or whatever it is?
That's true.
We need
Yeah, that
to
might be the
get
plan.
key. I think we need to go get the key and then use the key to enter that realm and have some of those weapons on us so that we can't be forcefully ejected.
To go through the Doomsday Door?
To stay on the other side.
Why would we go
Because if
through
we're-
it?
Because we need to see what Pedriarch saw or
Did.
whatever he was doing over
Yeah,
there.
okay, that's fair. He might be
We're
setting
retracing
something
the
up
step.
there.
Yeah, I've got 1700 gold.
How many of those weapons do you guys still have?
I did not take one because I'm a bunny.
No, I sold mine. I think.
3 soldiers.
Well, I took
Yeah.
a scimitar.
Okay, so we have 1 at least.
I think Vandir has one, right?
Vander has one.
He took like
Oh
a
yeah, he has like a
sword
short
or
sword or a
something.
dagger or something. I think, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, stuff. I don't know how much I don't even know who can cast ethereal jaunt.
I can.
It's on the psychic spell list. Yeah,
What level spell is it? Like 5 or 6?
7, I think. Right?
7.
I thought it was 6.
Maybe
God.
it's 7. Maybe it's 6. I don't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure it's 6. Ethereal
I just
Jaunt.
know it's on Pedriarch's spell list. He's
It's
got
a 6th level psychic.
Okay, 7th level wizard, 6th level psychic. Okay, that's
6th level psychic.
why we were
Well,
confused.
Psychic scroll though. I think we're stuck with
Well,
wizard.
I tend to figure in terms of if you get it on a scroll and it's on your spell list. I don't really care what source it was. I'll let you use it.
So
I don't want to bother keeping track of where it came from in that
What is
sense.
that?
Mhm.
Scroll. What are we looking at?
It's a 5th level spell on Summoner. That's because Summoner's
6th level spell
dumb.
runs about what 1650 GP. All right. Well, I mean, I have enough just to buy one, but that's like most of my money. I don't
Oh
know if
no,
we
I mean
with this.
I have 1300, so I can buy most of one. But I don't know, maybe.
So we can get the scroll next time. Use the
Yeah, well-
scroll. Get the key. Go through the Doomsday Door.
And also see what we're missing because there's probably something we're missing. But we
Maybe.
gotta just proceed to see what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just the key has a magical component to it that will allow us to open the doors and go through it. But that's what I think we should do.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
That is what I will assume you guys are going to do, and we'll prep for.
All right, good job, team.
Mm-hmm.
Go rest or whatever it is you guys want to do.
You prep for everything, and then we'll just go off rails.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. But
Yeah.
I mean, if we go off rails, then
I have
that should end
a
early.
well, it could, and I also have like a slight, like a minimum amount of prep for a lot of other things too. Where it's
Let's make sure
Yeah.
that Vander has.
like if you guys had gone through the door this session, I could have
Mhm.
ran a little bit of stuff
Yeah.
in there
Yeah.
because I already do have a little bit of stuff back there prepared,
hmm
which
Ooh, so we should
probably
go
is a
there.
little bit of a spoiler. That yeah, I was expecting that you guys might.
I
wanna
need
go
to
in there.
play a wizard again or some caster that has like like the full like extent of like a
Casting
spell
abilities.
so that I can
Yeah.
I can just like I can force things.
Yeah.
the narrative
Yeah.
power.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I do miss it. I do miss playing cleric.
Yeah.
I've been doing cleric the last like 2 campaigns, and it's like
Cleric's are
having all
strong.
those spells is like freaking nice, but
Yeah.
I
Clerics
also
are
miss.
strong class once they get going.
Yeah, they're squishy up until they start getting those spells.
There was a really scary cleric that that we fought in Secrets game, but then I grappled her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you make a battle cleric like Cormac.
She
was
was
a
gonna
battle cleric,
fuck you
but
guys up.
she made the mistake of using a two-handed weapon as
I
her.
don't think she would have been as
Yeah.
bad as fighting that vampire anyway.
The vampire
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you're
yeah.
not killing this dude.
You gotta make
I
a cleric
mean,
that has
there's a possibility, but
blood.
no, he would have just teleported out. So unless you could have stopped him from teleporting,
Yeah,
yeah.
can't stop.
I think
can
you
grab
could
him, but then he can
potentially force him to run away. Like you could actually
become
be in.
mad.
You'd have to have like good optimization and be kind of lucky.
Also, he
I
can
think-
turn into a swarm and go away as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to make a cleric that has brass knuckles. Just fights with brass knuckles.
I figure he
Mm.
either shows up later in the campaign or he's like somehow tied into a different AP.
I knew that vampire was bad news, but like it was for sure when he like calmly took a drink and got tougher. He pulled out his flask and was like, let me take you guys just a little bit more seriously."
Yeah. Hold on, let me finish my beer.
Yeah. Yeah, hold my beer, you guys. So we're done?
Yeah,
For
that's
now?
where we're gonna wrap it up here.
Okay, okie dokie.
We only had the one little combat, which
That's
Ron had to
okay.
miss, and then a bunch of narrative stuff, I guess, but investigative kind of stuff. But
It was a transition session. Get from
yeah,
point A to point B.
I had a fun time watching you guys like tackle it, I guess. So
I
on
had
different
fun
stuff.
meeting the gnome.
Oh yeah.
In character, I don't like gnomes, but out of character, as a player, I like gnomes because they're so chipper.
Yeah.
In character, I just feel like
You don't
Billy's
like gnomes,
personality
huh?
would not get along with gnomes. Because Billy's like
No,
pretty
gnome.
serious.
Pops wasn't a gnome though. He's just an old man.
Yeah.
Pops was not a gnome,
He was
despite
not a
his
gnome.
image looking like a gnome. I think that was the
Right.
confusion. Bye,
Take
Ron.
care.
Oh wait, no, that's Grim.
I am
Bye,
moving now.
Grim.
Yep, take
Usually
care.
Ron's the one that just leaves. Bye, Ron.
Whoops.
Oh,
I
there's
should
Grim.
play a gnome again though.
I didn't mean to just.
Gnome.
I forgot the at spots when I click on like stuff. It just like leaves
It just
the party.
kills it. Yeah.
But I am
No
gonna
problem.